Hey guys, what's up? It's Tati, and I'm here to make a rant. As you can see from the top of the video, it's a rant on Kevin Nash. So, earlier today I heard about Kevin Nash talking shit, and I was like, oh, it's nothing. But when I actually read it, I was like, what the fuck? Like, why would he even say shit like that? He was pretty much talking about, um, Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit, and I believe CM Punk and Daniel Bryan. He was, I would read it to you guys, but I'll put the link in the description box below so you guys can read it if you haven't heard or whatever. But he's pretty much talking about WrestleMania 20 and how wrestling has been dead since then. If anything, I think what he's really saying is that wrestling died that moment, and it's been, I guess, been dead since then. I think his main thing is just saying that, that's what killed wrestling, was the fact that they would even get the titles. That they, I guess he felt like that was a big disgrace or whatever like that. What's really stupid is that Kevin Nash shouldn't be talking, because while Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit was trying to make a name for themselves in WCW, he was so busy just trying to make his name bigger, along with the other guys in NWO. So why is he even talking? He was stealing the spotlight from those guys. They had to leave WCW. Well, obviously WCW collapsed, obviously because of him and friends. But they had to move on to another business and get opportunities, and they got the opportunities that they actually deserved. So why the bitching and complaining right now? I have no idea. It's funny because um, it's because of people like Kevin Nash, and and how corrupt WCW was. That's the reason why it collapsed in the first place, because they were so busy thinking about themselves and thinking of, how can we be better than WWF, rather than just thinking of how can we just have, you know, WCW, and not just competing, because yeah, you got to compete, um, not always to be the best, but at least to have, like, a steady competition going, because you might not get always the highest ratings, but at least your ratings are pretty high. But Nitro was, you know over during that time, much more than, at one point, than WWF. Okay, I get that, but they were pretty, it was like pretty much a game of cat and mouse, and they were not playing fairly. I can't say WWE was, well, WWF during that time was playing fairly either, but at least WCW, they were stupid. Talking that time when Mick Foley won the WWF title for the first time, and during that time, Raw wasn't live, and they aired it. They said WCW Nitro was live, and they said, hey, uh, damn, I forgot who was on commentary, but it was like something. Oh, at least you're not watching Raw, where Mick Foley actually wins the WWF title. They actually, spoiled it for everyone. And once they said that, um, almost 700,000 people changed the channel and went straight to Raw to see Mick Foley get that title. And who fault was that? WCW, because they were stupid. Now, what was so puzzling to me is why 2012, long after WrestleMania 20, long after Chris Benoit and Eddie Guerrero have died, does Kevin Nash wants to complain about that? Because WWE are doing their own shit to really ruin wrestling in their own way. But if anything, Kevin Nash played a huge part into, not just ruining WCW, because obviously WCW, them not having WCW takes WCW away from us too, because a lot of us did, like myself, did enjoy WCW. But because of their selfishness, people like Eddie Guerrero, Stone Cold Steve Austin, um, Chris Benoit, Dean Malenko, um, Chris Jericho, who else? A whole shit list of people that didn't get an opportunity at WCW, but made huge names for themselves at WWE. Why? Because during that time, WWE wasn't too I guess they wasn't really too focused on just having like one household name. I guess they were they were more focused on every division. Um, not so much cruiserweight, division or whatever like that. But at least when they were able to go to WWE, they made huge name for themselves. Look at Chris Jericho. Just, I mean, look at their careers. Look at what they can say that they have accomplished in their careers. What were they doing in WCW? Nothing, because of Kevin Nash and friends. Because they were so busy in them that those poor guys, those poor talented guys, couldn't get anything from WCW. And you know what? I think it was okay that it played out that way, because they were able to make their name for themselves somewhere else. At least they were, able to wait for something good to happen to them, and it took for them to go to the WWE to finally get opportunities in their career. Chris Benoit and Eddie Guerrero both deserved those titles, and I don't think that Kevin Nash should be judging anybody, should even be saying shit about other people's career. The best thing going that I think that was in Kevin Nash's career was when he was Diesel in WWF. I think that was probably the best thing going for him or whatever like that. Not the best career. You look at him, you're like, damn, I mean, he's a tall, big guy and looks intimidating, but come on. I mean, not so thing. I mean, all he really did in WCW was just, all about himself. Like, it was a lot of bullshit going on in WCW. But like I said, he should not be complaining about other people or whatever. And he did say something else about Daniel Bryan and CM Punk. Let me see exactly, because I didn't get to that part. Um, Nash has the same problem with today's internet heroes CM Punk and Daniel Bryan. He says they are not bigger than life. I bet they could both walk through airports and not be noticed unless they have a gimmick shirt on and the belt. What kind of shit is that? First of all, people like Daniel Bryan and CM Punk, um, yeah, I guess you can say the internet fans, ICW, we really stick behind those guys. I guess we pretty much know where they came from and where they are now, and I think we have more respect for them more than the WWE universe. But these guys earned their spot. I think these two guys are the two best wrestlers on the roster. You know, take away gimmicks and characters and whatever storylines and all that stuff. These two can out wrestle anybody on the roster, and even Ziggles too. I like him; he's pretty cool. But they are extremely talented. So what is Kevin Nash trying to say? That Kevin Nash can walk into the airport, everybody going, of course we're gonna know. He's as big as a giraffe. We're gonna see him. We're gonna know it's him. But you know what? He's trying to say is that these guys aren't even memorable, and that's not true. They're not. Had they been around in WCW, they wouldn't be memorable because of people like you, Kevin Nash, wouldn't even let these boys get a chance. And you know what? They've pretty much been scratching and clawing from the bottom of the indie scene and worked their way up to WWE and held major titles. And now, what is he trying to? I mean, like, for real now, that's so selfish and such a bitchy thing to do, or whatever. But seriously, Kevin, like, really? And then you talking about an NWO reunion. I I really wouldn't care, and I wouldn't want to see how that flops or whatever like that. I mean, we already had a little bit of respect for you. Now, I lost all respect for you for disrespecting these other guys. Very tasteless, very tasteless. Anyway, it's like 1 something, probably 2 o'clock right now. Yeah, it's 2 something. So I'm gonna go. Put your opinions down below. Let me know what you guys think. Um, whatever. I'm gonna post the article so you guys can read. I didn't read the whole thing because I don't read bullshit. So let me know what you guys think, and have a good day. Have a good night, and I'll see you guys for when I'm reviewing SummerSlam. Can't wait. See ya. Bye.